Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I have to head out to work here in just about 10-15 minutes, so I'm gonna ship fast and just kind of show you what we sold today. Today is a good day, right where I'm trying to get to. The garage sale was exhausting but fun. I found a lot of good stuff to sell myself. After everyone had kind of gone through, I started to go through and just micro organize it and get rid of the stuff that was literally broken. And I found some really good stuff, so I'll be showing you that. But today we have 5 orders for $405.95. Can't beat that. That is like a $70, $80 average sale price. I have some bigger things that made that happen, and then I have one thing, let me see here. One thing that is clearance that I would never order again. Everything else is wonderful. And remember, a lot of that is shipping too. When you're shipping this one big item, at least $20, $30 of that is shipping. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a I have a 12-hour shift today. I am looking forward to it. I had to break out my positive thinking stuff today. I was just really like, oh my goodness, I didn't get anything eBay done over the weekend, and I was really just letting it stress me out. I'm used to this being my full-time job, my only source of income, and some of that underlying anxiety of, you didn't sell enough, you're not getting enough done, was still there, even though I have a more than adequate full-time job, more than most people in the world, especially ever make, and I'm blessed, and yet I'm letting this stress me out when I don't get my work done down here. So I've got to put a stop to that. I messaged several friends who are eBay sellers who also have either chosen to go back to work because they had high-end careers or just for whatever. So I have at least 2 other people, one who's actually at work today when I go, who understands, and I just had to reach out and, calm myself down. Life is fine. We have more than enough money. This is secondary right now. Doesn't mean it always will be, but right now it is. And, I did a lot of good at the garage sale. A ton of other resellers benefited from that garage sale. I benefited from the garage sale, let alone just the families who found some brand new toys for Christmas they couldn't afford. So I did a lot of good. I know I did the right thing, but anyway, I had to wind myself back down. This is going to Springfield, Illinois. These are little knee huggers. They are little, and I've already got them wrapped. They are little felt elves. If you ever see vintage Christmas ornaments and they look like elves and they're made out of felt, do not think that they're cheap or handmade. They will, have different markings. They'll say Japan on the bottom, and on just these I sold them for $79.01 all in. $6.99 of that is shipping, and it's going to cost me $4.20. I hope I even have paper in here. My office is literally, I don't just say it's trashed like as in, I'm a perfectionist. I mean, I can barely walk because I have so much good garage sale stuff that came in, plus that other haul. What I'm going to do is work my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I will chip away at it a little bit, but I'm also going to get a lot of sleep and live my life. And then on Thursday morning, I will get up the same time as I always do to go to work at my nursing job, hopefully around 4 a.m., if not earlier. And I'll just clean and process and pack things. And then I'm going to go see my mom for a couple days and do some workouts out of town that are important to me, and just really try to get a lot done and just enjoy visiting with her. But it gets me away from my house where I'm tempted to just cook and bake and do things like that. It really makes me focus on my business. So I'm excited about that. And I'm starting at a new workout place. I'm realizing that my energy has just really gone downhill since I started this nursing job. I've spent far too much time on the computer, and I can barely do even one sit-up. And that's just not going to work out for me. I'm not going to be able to keep the job if I can't, if my back is down. So I got to take care of that this week. I'm starting on a new path with that. I sold 3 of these, 3 of the same skeins. These are after yarn, but they are baby alpaca. Anytime you see yarn, especially coming out of the bins, it can be worth money. You know, especially if you have 6, 8, 10 of the same color. People, they go to start to do a project, and then they realize they were short a skein or whatever, and you can get good money if you're really detailed. This is a repeat buyer, which means that she has bought yarn from me before. I'm pretty sure she was a yarn buyer, not a clothing buyer. So anyway, I got $23 for just these 3 skeins of yarn, and so $31.86 all in. Very lightweight, very easy to process. It's almost it's easier than clothing. If I could sell yarn my whole life, I think I would. There's no measuring of the yarn. You just weigh it, make sure that the skeins weren't accidentally pulled out somehow. I found that out the hard way. They looked the same, but when you weighed the one, I could tell that you know, it actually had been used a little bit, even though it still had the band on it. So do be careful of that. If you sell yarn, just put it on your shipping scale and make sure that if it says a certain amount of ounces, that that's approximately what it is. So this is going to Downs, Illinois. A lot of Illinois people today. I charge $6.99. It's going to cost $4.88. So yeah, today I have some training at work, which is kind of self-paced, but it needs to be done at a certain time. And then I have a lot of infection prevention paperwork, and so I'm not sure what I'm going to focus on today. But I am looking forward to work. I haven't seen my coworkers for 4 or 5 days, and so I actually am looking forward to work. Would I like to stay home and just do a deep clean and list on eBay? I mean, yeah, there's that too. I would love to do that too. Okay. It pays to put paper in there. Oof. I am out, like I said, or maybe I didn't say, but I'm out of tape. I used a lot of my tape at the church garage sale, and I thought I had another roll, and I don't. All I have is cheap eBay tape, which I like. It's okay for packages like clothing or yarn, but I don't like it on this big thing that I'm going to ship. So I'm going to use eBay tape, put the label on, and then my husband will run and get some tape downtown, and then we'll go from there. This hoodie is the clearance item. It's a dope hoodie. It's a men's medium, and it says read, so it definitely has something going on with it here. Let's see what. Oh, there is a hole on the front. Well, that'll keep it from selling. Dope is a decent brand. I don't know if you'd say it's a bolo. Without the hole, I definitely think I could have gotten over 20. I've had this forever, though. It finally sold for $9 plus shipping, so $18.95. So I must have missed that hole. I would not list this, you know, now in my life, or at least I would do a ton of research and ask myself, with the hole, can I get 20 bucks? And if the answer was no, I would not have stuck this in my inventory. It just takes longer to sell. It junks up my inventory. So I just don't do things like that anymore. That is 1 pound 9 ounces. This is going to Prior Lake, Minnesota. I charge $9.95 and it's going to cost $8.30. All right, I'm going to put these items in the bag. So I think I have all but about 4 or 5 Christmas gifts. I need to come home tonight, and that's the kind of thing I tried to do at the church garage sale and get organized, but let me tell you my garage sale story. We had a bunch of people in, a bunch of resellers, and I was looking up things. I mean, I do not charge eBay prices at a garage sale. I just like to know, make sure I'm not hurting the church by letting something go too cheap, you know. And so each year there's 2 or 3 things that I will put on eBay and get the church more money, which I think is the right thing to do. So I looked up all these weird swords that were donated, and some of them we could have gotten $200 or $300 for, but you know, they didn't have a fast sell through, and I thought, no, I'm just gonna, you know, get $100 out of them. And sure enough, people came along and they gave me $100, thinking that they could be worth more, and they could, you know. Being a military specialist on like where the bolt is and what year this is a very detailed thing, and so maybe we did lose some money, so that was fine. But I looked up every fishing reel, I looked up anything that I thought could possibly have value. So we had this hot dog machine that someone donated, and we kept it at the church for 8 months thinking we were going to use it. And anyway, I let that go too cheap. I did not realize that they could be worth maybe $300, and I did not charge enough, you know, because it did have a broken dial too, and so I looked at it and thought, you know, that's not worth that much. And my husband had cleaned it up, but it was still pretty dirty and stuff. And this other guy who's a pretty new reseller, he's younger than me, he came in and he said, how much? And I said, you know, how about 5 or 10 or something? He says, I'll give you 20. And that's always a sign, right? When someone's willing to overpay. So I went and looked it up, and I was like, oh, I really missed the boat on that. It makes me mad because I've been a reseller so long. You'd think I would have like been triggered to look that up better, but I didn't. But anyway, he came back every single day, and I told him, you know, young man, I'm mad at you for getting the best of me. And I asked my friend Ray, who comes through, he's a reseller too, and he knows a lot. And I'm like, did you know that hot dog machine was actually like, we should have sold it on eBay? And he's like, no, I didn't know that. So there were 3 or 4 resellers that this young guy got the best of us on. But anyway, it made him feel very good because he still has a full-time job and wants to sell. And so maybe that was the purpose of it, is just to make him feel like he, you know, is going to be a good reseller. I don't know, but it makes me mad at myself, like, how could I miss that? But it's all good. This is a very unique jacket, as you can see. I've sold this brand a couple of times. This is a Dakota West. Let me show you the tag. Dakota West brand. It is a bolo. This would have sold for over $100 if it was not a size small. This is a small, which is always going to be tough, but I still picked it up. It's one of those few brands that I will pick up in a small. So it's still sold for $50 plus shipping, so $64.90. So I'm still happy with that. You know, it just looks kind of cheap. And in your title, you want to make sure you put laser cut, and it is real leather. That's what people don't understand, is it's laser cut leather. And so the last one I sold, I know I got upwards of $100 for. I don't know if it was a bigger size. It's been a long time. So my one little puppy, our new puppy, he's maybe even 2 years old. We don't know how old he is. This is his first vet appointment. We don't know where he came from. He's a rescue dog. So he's going to be fixed on Thursday. And so I'm going to take my other dog, go out of town, and we'll separate the dogs for obvious reasons. And, you know, I'm just really looking forward. I just need to get out of town a little bit, get a break. The total on this order was $64.90. I charged $9.95. It's going to Flower Mound, Texas, and it's going to cost $8.30. I am getting a really bad return, not because I did anything. He just said the sleeves were too short on a CC Filson. I had sold it for $165 plus shipping. You can probably look back at my videos. He did say, though, that, you know, this is a certain type jacket and they can be collectible. So I was really tired last night when I got that message, and I wrote down what he is saying the jacket is. He doesn't have a whole lot of feedback, so first we'll make sure we get the right jacket back, which I'm pretty sure we will. He doesn't have any negative feedback. So if I get the right jacket back, hopefully, then I will research more what he says the jacket is, because I tried to research it and I couldn't find it. So hopefully he's correct. Okay, this is the biggie. This is the $211.23 item. I don't love doing big things like that, but in the scheme of things, it's not that big. This is a DuraPlus Duravent elbow kit, triple wall fuel NT. Unused, but it was open package. So it's like a vent, a metal vent piece, an elbow piece of a metal vent. It's 6 foot triple wall. So it's something people need. I don't know. My son found this, so we'll be splitting this down the middle. So you can see I always have my measurements. If I was at work for some reason and my husband had to ship, if I, you know, there could be a chance I get stuck at work at an odd time with my, you know, with my nursing job. So I've already got it weighed. I'm going to reweigh it though. I put 14 on here. Let's see. Okay, well, I'm reading 12 pounds 86. Let me do this again. I want to make sure I get this right. I think this is definitely going to UPS. Yep, 1288. And this is great. It's going to Colorado, which makes me very happy because that'll be really cheap shipping. And I have my dimensions, 19 by 12 by 17. Going to Vona, Colorado, I charge $40 and it's going to cost $30.78. I am going to put signature on there and additional liability. It's not because I think I would ever get an insurance payment out of UPS. I think we all know that. It's really hard to get anything. It just kind of is something that I can tell the customer, hey, I had insurance, I have, you know, everything on it, and then let them file, see if they could get it. Anyway, so yep, charge $40, $30, $78 plus all my stuff. It's actually going to cost $39.78. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. That's all I have for today. I'm going to get this uploaded, and I will see you in the next few days with a haul because there's no way for me to clean this up till I do. So we'll see ya. Bye.